The Isle of Wight coastal path is a journey along 70 miles of stunning cliffs, golden beaches and peaceful countryside. In this series we'll follow every twist and turn of the island's iconic coastline, exploring its history and hidden gems. Lace up your boots and join us on one of Britain's most captivating coastal walks. The Isle of Wight Coastal Path. This is day 3. St Lawrence to Freshwater Bay.
This is where we camped last night. Packed away already. Just got a few pegs to put in my bag. We've left no trace. Had a beautiful view. Good morning.
Morning.
Yep. One last look at the cliffs down below. And we're off. Bye-bye to the post office mast. Start the morning off with a little walk through a tiny bit of wood, and then we checked this out last night to see if it was better for camping, but it wasn't, because it's farmers' fields turned over, loads of stones. This is us walking along here for the first hour. From here, we think we can see St Catherine's lighthouse flashing. There's our first diversion of the day. But this is a welcome change from all that tarmac that we seemed to walk on yesterday. 1 mile in, found a memorial bench. Breakfast.
I've got a dinky bar. What you got?
Cliff Bar, peanut butter, every time. 1.7 miles on from where we camped at the post office building and the mast, there's this wonderful field here. It doesn't look like there's any cow pats. You could camp here quite easily, I think. 45 minutes after where we camped, there is the old signal house Knighton, and we thought when we looked on Google Earth that we could maybe camp in this field, maybe behind those bushes. It was somewhere we'd planned maybe to camp, but look, you can't get in. It's all fenced off and blocked off, so that would have been a no-go. However, behind me is this lovely little patch here, but it is right on the cliff edge, but you could camp here easily. Depends how big your tent is. And then down there is St Catherine's lighthouse. That looks like one of the old lighthouses, just to the left of that mast. Black Gang theme park, looking down on it from the cliffs. This is a place called Black Gang Viewpoint, and it would make a good little wild camp spot. It's just behind this sign. Black Gang Chine.
He's a tall fella, isn't he?
It certainly is. Just walking through Chale to join the main road. There's not much to it, just a few houses. Chale Parish Church. Ah, the lights come on for you when you come in. It's Easter Sunday. The White Mouse Inn. Let's see if we can get a coffee and use the toilets. And how was your tea in the White Mouse Inn?
Delicious. Couldn't have wished for anything better.
The White Mouse Inn is just a couple of 100 yards off the trail, and there's the church. It's just by the church. This is the car park for the White Mouse Inn. Breakfast served from 8:30 to 10:30, and then food from 12 till 9. Open to non-residents. Into the fields we go. Looking back on the cliffs where we walked across, where Black Gang is. You can see here, as we're walking along the path where the path would have cut across. Oof. Okay.
Glad I weren't on it when it went.
And again here. It's just sand and mud, isn't it? By the looks of it.
John said the clay sits on top, and it's really heavy, and that's why it then erodes what's underneath it really easily.
This is Whale Chine. It looks like one day in the past you could have walked down it. There's a rope there, but now they're saying the path's closed. I wouldn't do it, no way. And our path is going to take us that way along the cliff top. You can see the next bit of erosion just down here about to happen. The big hole there.
See the line of it here, look. Track. All the way up to there probably, so all that's going to go.
And the path right here is in a crack. This is going to go soon. Oh, has to come up. That's all fallen into the sea. I'd worry for those houses there. There's a concrete path there, but it's sloped already. It looks like another chine is forming here. Wooden bridge that we've crossed over. We've got to this chine here by a, looks like a chalet holiday park. There's some steps down there. There's a railing that just seems to run out. I mean, we could try going down there, but I've got a feeling that would be better cutting inland, or safer cutting inland, because you can sort of see sign gates saying no entry. So we're going to go back this way and hopefully work our way round the caravan park there, which I don't know how many more years that's got left. This is the holiday park. It's brand new. They haven't even finished laying the slabs, and it's closed because of danger, because the cliff is just falling away, and I don't get it. They've built all these places, it's not even finished, and it's already too dangerous to enter. There's a wonderful thatched cottage just opposite the holiday park. It's called Chine Farm. We're heading back to the cliff tops, see how long we can go before there's another diversion. We've come across a derelict building, and we're going to stop here and shelter from the wind and make some food. Map girl, tell us what this is.
This is your trig point, and OS stands for Ordnance Survey. This is your map grid lines. S2508, so you'll be able to find yourself on your map.
But where we are right now, by the trig point,
Yeah.
it's good ground.
Yeah.
You could camp here, but you'd need some good pegs. And now we're heading this way. This is looking back on where we've walked from today. We've walked along all these cliff tops, taking in some diversions. There's a barbed wire fence there. They don't want you to go in that field. 3 rows of it. Rather gnarly looking stuff, and the path around this little bit is very, very narrow. That's the closest to the cliff ever yet, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think so. It's a concrete seat. I think it looks like an elephant.
Fishtail.
Oh,
Fins.
okay.
Possibly. Yeah, on look.
Yeah, it certainly has. See, it runs out. Okay, inland for a bit then. We've been forced into a bit of road walking due to cliff erosion. At Grange Farm, it's the turn in back to the coastal path. This is a campsite as well, and it looks like they've got llamas. Grange Farm does have a farm shop. You can go in and buy eggs and stuff and sweets and all sorts. It looks like a good farm, a good camp spot. They do pods. Looks like someone's pitched a tent there. This is Grange Chine. There's still some chalets down the bottom here, and we think this is the way to get back on the coastal path. Well, this is where the coastal path sign took us. But we're not getting past here. So it's back up to the road then. Walking past the Isle of Wight Pearl as we detour around coastal cliff erosion diversions. The sun's come out for the first time today. It's been a blowy day, very windy. Just after Isle of Wight Pearl, all this grass here would be good for camping on. Mottistone Estate, Sudmore. And that's what we've got ahead of us. Can't carry on the coastal path, there's a danger sign. There's Map Girl. We've got to go inland to the road, and where we are is at Brook. There's a few houses there really close to the cliff erosion. It's a thatched cottage, it's beautiful as well. This is the way down to Compton Bay. We're not going to be able to go down there, but between here and Compton Bay car park you can find 3-toed dinosaur footprints apparently. Getting closer to those needles. This is Compton Bay car park. You can get down to Compton Bay from Compton Bay car park, and at Compton Bay car park there's an ice cream van where you can buy teas and coffees.
Not just any old tea.
Is it?
A Yorkshire tea.
Yorkshire tea, beautiful, thank you very much. That's where we're headed. Somewhere up there. This is the last push to find a campsite. It's 5:30 and we want to have found our place by 7. It'll be somewhere ahead of us, that's for sure.
It's one hell of a climb.
We've come across a monument to a dead girl from when, 1846?
Yeah, 28th of August 1846. She fell off the cliff adjacent here. Her initials were ELM.
She cometh forth like a flower, and is cut down. We've got quite a nice little pitch here at the side of the path, just by the monument to the 1846 Victorian girl, which is just there, about 20 paces that way. That's our climb tomorrow morning, up those cliffs to Lord Tennyson Monument. Right, time to get our beds in there and make something to eat and have a hot chocolate. And there's forecast for a bit of rain, so if we can get bunkered down before it does rain, that'd be awesome.
Day 3, waking up with spectacular views just at the other side of the mast and just past St Lawrence. This is a good coastal path on the high cliff, walking towards Knighton. Just before Knighton, there's a little pub on the corner here, which is great for breakfast, cup of tea and the toilet. Before coming back onto a boggy, walking through this field on this coastal path all the way to Black Gang, where there's the adventure park. From Black Gang Adventure Park, there's a little bit of road walking, then back on the coastal path, then back on the road, then back on the coastal path. This coastal path is a really good, long, beautiful coastal path, spectacular views, and you can really see the deep erosions in the cliffside. Some of the path had just fallen in and you had to walk around. Just here you have to take a detour, get back on the military road and around Grange Farm. Don't go down Grange Farm. There are some signs to tell you to come down here, but this path here is just it's just gone. So you stay on the road until you've just passed the Isle of Wight Pearl, where you then get back onto the coastal path. And then again, it's just a great coastal path. There are some detours until you get to Compton Bay, and then you're safely on the coastal path around Coastal Bay. Again, lots of spectacular views. We were going to camp just here, but we decided to carry on and continued our way along to just before Freshwater. There is a monument to a dead child, and it was just such a beautiful camp spot. We had to stay here, so that's where we are, camped up for the night.